I like that I go home and I'm confused about what I did, about whether or not it was right or not. I like that it's messy a lot and I have to pray about that, and it's uncomfortable a lot. It's really uncomfortable from where I came from in my life. They were really curious because the building was kind of run down and all of a sudden we were painting and there was just people here and everything. Then when they came, nobody was mean to them.
Well, my brother and I were just walking down the street. We just walked in.
She was, I think 7 or 8, maybe 9 when she first started coming. Unkempt a little bit, but just a really smiley, very happy little girl, and curious, extremely curious. It was one of our first weeks here. We didn't have a complete children's program yet. All we had was the nursery and toddler was all in this room, and then we had another room in the back where we had preschoolers, and all the rest of the kids had to go to church with their parents. Most of these classrooms were empty and had hard cement floors. We didn't have anything. And Hayley showed up one Sunday and she was looking in the front window, and my husband saw her and he said, do you want to come in? And she said, what is this? What is this place? And he said, it's a church. And she said, am I allowed to come? And he said, we'd love to have you come. And she was too old for the preschool class, but she came to the preschool class because she'd never been to church before. She just never left. She came back every Sunday and sat and learned, soaked up like a sponge, even more than preschoolers.
She told me I could stay in the toddler's class at first. She didn't have any other classes because they weren't done with them.
She just quickly became part of us. She seemed like she just needed a place to belong, and it was easy to love her. So she took ownership of the church, the building, and the people very quickly. She's blossomed. She's beautiful, and I love hearing her talk about making choices in her life now and how she stops and thinks. It's not the easiest neighborhood, and she's bound to have tough situations.
8th grade. I just started today. Some classes are boring, some classes are fun. Some classes make you laugh, and I like the classes that make you laugh.
Her responses to the people in her life are based so much on what she's learned here and what she's learned from the people here that she's gotten to know. So
Miss Julie helps me out a lot. Throughout my life, she was there for me.
I don't think I've ever gone to a church where people accepted a little girl like that. And not just Hayley, but other kids that came in, people of all ages at this church. Say, oh, come on in, here's something to eat, and love them. They don't shoo them out the door, and that's huge to me, because I've never gone to a church like that before. Churches are usually, they bring those kids in the back door and take care of them over there and then take them back out the back door, and here it's not like that. And I think the fact that we started out that way with Hayley and some of the other kids that really started coming right away, and then the church grew, and that fabric was already laid. And so the people coming in just knew that's how we treat people. It's just my goal that as we go forward, every kid that comes through the door will feel loved and feel accepted and feel part of something. And maybe as they move on in life, they won't be here anymore, but if they remember that feeling of being part of something and part of a group of people that love them, they'll come back, not necessarily here, but they'll remember why we do what we do.